Good evening. This is Emily. I am back again, here to document my life so far on this journey that I've been on with the Lord. I'm so glad to be faithful doing this 3 weeks in a row. Um, yeah, I'm here. I'm here, and just have a lot that I want to talk about and kind of document and share with what I've been learning over this past week specifically. And it just feels good to be able to be consistent and to say, okay, for 3 weeks I've been making these videos, recording them on the same day, and really hearing from the Lord and determined to be steadfast so that I walk in his purpose for my life, because I know he's doing big things. And again, I'm just here to record it so that I can look back over these things and be like, wow, um, this is really cool to see my growth. So I'm just going to be talking out loud. I don't know if I have a specific lesson or scripture to discuss, but we'll see what just kind of flows from conversation. So I would say this week and today specifically, I had a really good day. I went to 2 church services. I am strongly considering, I'm like 90% sure I'm going to be a member of Garden City Church here in Columbus. They're actually starting a campus East Columbus, which I'm thinking will be very, very close to me. And so they have an interest meeting that I'm going to go to Thursday. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get plugged in and to just grow socially and grow in community, to make close connections, because I need it. I realize that I can't do things on my own if I want to see a difference in the patterns that I have and how I behave. Like, I need people to help sharpen me, and I need to be a blessing to other people in order to grow in the Lord. And so I've just been thanking the Lord for maturity in that way. So that was cool. And then I visited a church that someone else invited me to. It was called Cypress, and the campus that I went to was like West Columbus, close to maybe Galloway. And I probably wouldn't go back to that church if I'm quite honest. I was probably maybe one of 3 black people that I saw, and it's not necessarily having anything to do with race. It just, I think it was great, but I just know it wasn't for me. But just still so thankful that I was invited and I needed the word. I was like, yeah, I'll go after my 9 a.m. service at Garden City, because I need all the word that I can get in this season. And I was glad that I went. So that was that. But my prayers have been consistent of the Lord, me asking the Lord to mature me, because I feel like I've since I've been walking with the Lord, I've made this attempt to perform and to grow in the realm of the spirit in like such a supernatural level that my character and my obedience didn't match or didn't catch up. Like, I thought because I can pray in the spirit and I had this gift of intercession, and sometimes I would operate in the prophetic and I could be really disciplined, that meant that, well, discipline when it comes to how I showed up at church, serving people, I could do those things, I could perform, but that wasn't a true indication of my understanding and revelation of the Lord's love for me. And that's what produces maturity. That is what I'm learning in this season. It's not about how well you show up on a spiritual level, but how aware you are of how much you are loved, how much you are cared for, and how much the Lord really values you. And when you live from a place of that understanding, I think there's a level of authenticity and maturity that naturally comes. The other things are great, but I just kind of jumped ahead, and I really feel like I missed out developmentally in my walk with the Lord as a child of God, not just someone that has to perform to receive love. And that is a foreign concept to me, something that I am still walking through understanding, and really feel like the Lord has just been solidifying that in me. I have been asking him for a heart that is mature, and for him to show me how much he cares for me. And the heart that just is able to receive from him and to be cared for, like the feminine receives. Someone said that in like a teaching that I was listening to, and I'm like, huh, How much do I just lean back and receive what the Lord has for me versus me feeling like I have to do all these certain things and be perfect and show up and perform to receive the love of God and do all these things first, operate in a masculine type of energy versus just really believing and receiving and flowing and entering into that place of rest, which is really authentic. And so I feel like that was kind of a paradigm shift for me. So every day I've been telling the Lord, like, I give you my heart today, Lord. And I also open up my eyes to see and to receive the love that you have for me. I allow you to care for me today. And I'm just going to be faithful to continue to pray that and to watch the Lord just show up for me in ways that I didn't even realize, just casting my cares unto him because I believe by faith that he really cares for me. I didn't know if I necessarily meant for this message to be as, I guess, spiritual as I thought, but hey, I'm here. I guess I can't help it. So we're going to roll with it. Let's see what else. So, especially today, I've been in this state of really feeling prepared. Really feeling like I have the faith to receive and to walk in the blessings and the desires of my heart. I feel like I have this motivation, this clear picture of me giving my way out of debt, me meeting a kingdom man, my husband, and me just making strong connections and really being steadfast in the Lord. Like I feel ready. Like I'm really, really ready. And I know I'm being prepared. And I really feel like the Lord is just going to blow my mind. I'm like, okay, got the car situation figured out. I'm increasing my income, which is going to allow me to sow and to give because I realize like I can't necessarily work my way out of this debt. I have to give and be faithful in generosity for the Lord to show up for me. And I just believe that he is. I'm not going to try to rush the process or say like, okay, Lord, after a year of giving, I need you to pay for all my debt. But I'm really believing for a heart transformation and a heart that's full of obedience and faith to the Lord, that he would just restore my purity and just keep me steadfast and patient and in waiting so that I don't give into wanting to buy all these things to make myself look good or to be this consumer or to want to prove myself to other people, but really just trying to embrace this season of humility and do that by being generous and having a heart that the Lord can trust with wealth. So it's nothing for me to forego some of these temporary things that I want to buy in order to really have a heart that is able to receive true wealth and riches. Man, that sounds so deep, but I've done everything the opposite way. And it's like, okay, something really has to give. So I really want to be radical about my giving and my generosity. I truly believe, and I've seen it, when you are faithful to tithe and when you are faithful to be generous, the Lord provides for you. So I have been just prayerfully considering ways to increase my storehouses. So the vehicles in which the Lord can pour wealth into me. Just really being mindful of that. So I have a couple ideas that I might talk about today and how I'll do that. But I'm just determined to just be sensitive to every way that the Lord wants me to give in this season of my life. So I've been tithing and I'm definitely going to get back on track with that. And then just praying every day, like, Lord, who can I bless? How can I give? How can I serve you? What do you need me to sacrifice today? And I just feel like this sense of focus and like, man, I'm ready to get this squared away with my life. I'm actually going to start going to a new gym. I'm going to meet somebody at the gym. I'm going to build connections at the gym. I'm going to go to a fresh new gym with some new people. And I really want to consider doing a fitness class, but I got to be mindful of how I'm spending my money and my time. It's kind of a side note. I've been thinking about, the time that I would dedicate to my fitness because I've been trying to make it a priority to get up really early and to pray. And after I do that, and getting ready for work that wouldn't leave a lot of time at all to go to the gym. And I can't compromise in being devoted to the Lord in the morning. So I have to really figure out, okay, how do I make time for the gym? Because I'm going to be working in the evening times. So I got to figure that out, but I'm not going to stress about it. So anyway, I'm believing God for financial freedom. I'm believing God that He will bring forth my husband, and I'm believing for divine connections and a best friend. I really want a best friend. I really want strong social connections. I want to learn who I am through people, because you do learn about yourself. I really want to find my lifelong friends in this season of my life. That's what I'm believing God for. That's what I'm sowing into. That is what I'm going to receive. That is what I am manifesting in my life through the word of God. And I am so excited. Like, my heart is excited. I'm in expectation. I'm in this state of faith that I'm so excited about, that I haven't been in a while. I have some ideas for some passive income that I want to create through webinars, through course creation. So I've been working on that. That was on my goal list for this year. And it's just funny how I wrote that down in my personal vision statement, that I am someone who creates wealth through education, through teaching materials, through online courses. And it's something that I wrote out years ago, but just to see it kind of circle back through the power of writing down your goals and creating a vision for your life. Like, I know that I am steadfast in this goal because it's what I wrote down and what I believed. So I've just been writing nonstop. I created this personal manifesto of what my life is going to look like in the next couple of years. And I'm just determined to speak the word of God. Been believing in the power of my confession and the words that I speak. I've been challenging myself to say no and to speak about my discomforts and the things that I actually desire, which has been a thing that I've been writing out. Emily is not afraid to ask for what she wants. And I've been noticing that there's been a shift there. Even when I got my nails done today, I wasn't afraid to just like, actually, can you fix this? Like, or no, I don't like this. Just kind of the simple things. And I've been getting triggered a little bit. Like, this last week was really, really hard in the morning times. And I don't know if I want to go into detail yet just about why in particular. But I've been feeling really, really good, especially after attending Lori's group and getting prayer. That was just so powerful, and I needed that. And I'm so thankful for her, so thankful for her faith. And yeah, just the Lord has been blessing me with His peace and His word in my heart. And I'm just so grateful. So that is where I'm at. That's where my faith is at right now. And I am doing the best that I can to continue allowing my thoughts to be steadfast in the things above and not on like my current circumstances. And yeah, that is where I'm at. That is where I'm at. I'm thinking of anything else I'd like to share and just kind of document right now. Let's see. I know there's something else. It was on the tip of my tongue. The Lord has been showing up for me in my counseling sessions. Like, He's really been building me up and strengthening that skill, and I'm thankful for it. I feel like my life has a lot of fulfillment. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that He's been giving me the grace to work all these hours and to actually enjoy it. I've been really finding a lot of fulfillment and connecting with people and serving people and communicating and just building my confidence as a therapist, as a speaker. So that's been really, really cool. I feel like I've been practicing just being thankful and just thankful in advance for even the things that I don't have manifested yet. And I think that is very powerful for me in this season too. I just feel so motivated to take and to capture the things that belong to me. This is the year of the Lord's favor. This is the day of his vengeance. Everything that was stolen from me, all the ways that I've been robbed and mistreated. I believe that I'm being redeemed in every single way, that I'm going to quantum leap into my destiny. Like, I feel like all these beautiful things and miracles is just going to be and happen in my life all at once. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to even speak about. I believe that the Lord is just going to blow my mind with his goodness and his faithfulness. That was one of the things that Lori actually prayed over me. She had mentioned that before she dropped this book off to me, and she wrote like this beautiful card, and maybe I'll share it. It was really powerful, actually, the card, how prophetic it was over my life. But she was saying in so many words that my future is so amazing. Like, when she was praying for me, she said that my future, to be future focused, because it's going to be so amazing. And I believe that, like, just deep down in my heart. I've said this since I first got born again, that I really believe that the Lord has something beautiful and amazing for me. That my life is really special. I've always felt special. I really have, since I was a child. It's even hard to explain or to describe in words, but I felt like a special person. I still do. I really do. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to look back over these videos and be like, wow, this is what you were going through, and this is what the Lord has brought you through. That's not to say there might not be more bumps, but yeah, I'm going to get through it. I have to. I have to. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for listening. If you were in tune with this entire video, I will be back next Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.